show us the edge. Yes. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa, done seen the walk of shame enough. Wanna see the walk of winning, time to come up and bring out the outlaw. Don't every play, every possession. How bad you want it, love, do you want it all? This ain't a blood of love, built for something greater. Attacking all obstacles, coming for the ring, my precious. You got the juice, the will, the heart, the fire. Show 'em the proof, show 'em that it shall be done. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah.
You're listening to the Pelicans Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
He rebounded the ball. He played fast, and when he's attacking like that, he's a tough matchup for anybody. And we have him for a few more minutes. Maybe we have a chance to pull this thing out.
And obviously, he had it going pretty much the whole night. But what do you think they did to make it difficult, basically everybody else to score?
They're a good defense. They pressure you. They funnel everything to Davis in the paint. LeBron is sagging off, playing kind of free safety. So they do a good job, that tandem, of making you take tough shots. But once we got stops, once we upped our physicality, now the pressure was on them. We had them on their heels offensively, and we would get down in transition and attacking.
Willie, what's kind of your message to the team after the loss like that?
The same that I said here. It's a tough loss. We're all going to feel this tonight, but we're all proud of our group and how they fight. They battle to the end, and we made our adjustments. We responded in the right way. We just came up short.
The biggest lead tonight was 18. The group that was out there, Jose, can you speak to like his game tonight, the way he was able to kind of change the game for you guys?
I mean, you guys saw his impact on the floor. Jose is a fierce competitor. Every time he steps on the floor, practice, game, it doesn't matter. He's going to give me everything he got. He gives his teammates everything he has, and he's a gamer. He loves big-time moments.
At the end of the game there, they know you needed three, so they're trying to run you off the line. What's your general take on like that quick two, taking what you got versus knowing you needed three to get the 3-0?
Well, we were down 4, right? So down 4 with 14 seconds left. We're trying to extend the game, hoping that they miss a free throw. So we're going for a quick 2, try to go for a steal, jump ball, foul, and kind of in that order. We couldn't get to a steal or a jump ball, so we fouled immediately, but they made their free throws. And, we try to go for another quick 2, more free throws. So you're trying to extend the game as long as you can to give yourself an opportunity. Hopefully they miss one. Now you can get a 3 up.
You guys kind of had a complete 180, and you were the one who dominated the Lakers in the paint, yet they almost shot twice as many free throws as you. Just talk about how you think about the physicality of the game without the call, without getting in trouble.
I don't feel like we've gotten a great whistle all season. That's how I feel when I watch the games. We're one of the teams that dominate the paint night in and night out. We have a physical dominant force in Zion, along with others. And it just seems like we're not getting those calls. All right, thank you.
Now you say that? For all things Pelicans, man, you're now tuned into the Pelican Postgame Report. Much love to the fam. Pelicans fall short again to the Lakers. Another loss to the Lakers. I think the statistic since Anthony Davis moved on to the Lakers, I think he's 12-3 against the Pelicans. I think that's the correct stat. 12-3 against the Pelicans. 2 wins and as many as a couple of days, family. And the Lakers are in the playoffs. The Pelicans are not. They're still in the play-ins. So they have to move on to the winner of tonight's matchup, either the Warriors or the Kings. And we talked a little bit about this on the previous show yesterday about, these type of things. And could the Pelicans turn it around, man, in some kind of way, find the answer to the Lakers? And they did not. I'm Big Q up in this thing, man. Y'all please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on social media feed. If you're on Twitter, please give us a retweet. Really crazy tonight watching the Pels. Gutty in many efforts, man, but a lot of mistakes. And ultimately, we got done in. Early on, poor shooting. Some other things happened. And then, of course, the officials, which I kind of put us on the official watch, being that LeBron's there. You've seen the calls that they got. 26 out of 29 from the foul line. Pelicans were 11 for 15. So 15 calls for the Pelicans, 29, almost double the calls for the Lakers tonight. Not a surprise. Not a surprise at all. But looked like the only player was playing his ass off was Zion, man. Obviously, everybody else was in a malaise. So anyway, shout out to y'all, man. We're about to get into this recap on PPR Final. Lex, I'm gonna bring you on in. How you doing tonight, sweetheart?
I guess I'm doing okay.
Okay.
Sort of. I don't know. Mixed emotions on different things depending on what I want to focus on. Does that make sense?
I got you.
If I want to focus on Willie and what he just said, he's working my nerves a little bit. He's working my nerves. Let me tell you something from right off top. I don't want to hear no negativity about Zion, man. I really don't. That dude came to play today.
He did.
That dude came to play today or tonight, however you want to look at it. He played it. He played his butt off. They couldn't do nothing with him. They couldn't do nothing with him, Big Q. Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Hey, let me tell you something, and I just found this out. Do you know LeBron did not score in the fourth quarter until Zion left the
Until
game?
he got hurt. That's right. Until he got hurt.
Y'all hear that?
Yep.
Let me tell you something. Zion did not get punked. For everybody who's saying that, hey man, he came back. He came back, and let me tell you something. For most of the game, he was by himself. But I do want to give a shout out to Jose, and I want to give a shout out to Trigger. Because those two guys, hey man, Zion, hey dog, we got you. We got you. Okay, and especially Jose. Did you see Jose block
Anthony Davis. Yeah. Yeah, I seen it.
Man, let me tell you something, man. That's something that's that heart and that will that I've been talking about, y'all. Things that, hey, it ain't supposed to be done, but it can be done, man. I mean, and just think if they would have been playing like that the whole game. One thing I really do wish that how the Pelicans played in that second half, as far as their energy, as far as the fight, the heart, the will, I wish they would have played with that in the first half. In the first half, it was still a tale of two halves to me. Because that first half, it was like, y'all trying to match the Lakers' energy. No, y'all gotta set the tone. Because the energy that they were matching the Lakers' energy, but the thing is, they were playing the Lakers' game. They were playing their game. And you know what I saw tonight? I saw Willie Green. Willie Green sat CJ down and he sat BI down. He put Trey out there with Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many times we've asked for that?
Yep.
Do you all, and we all know that the synergy and the chemistry that Zion has with Trey and vice versa, like we've been asking for that. And it seems like every moment Willie just tried to break them up. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe that Willie was pushed into a corner. I got to do something. Well, what's going to work? Oh, you knew what could work. That's why you left Jose and Trey up in there. And you had Zion out there. You brought Zion in too late. When you saw AD come to check in, that's when you should have put Zion up in there. It's like, dog, what are you trying to do? You brought Zion back in like what, 6 minute mark? Between the 7 and 6 minute mark? He should have came back at 10. Like, it's like, why is it that you have to be pushed into a corner? Like your hand has to be forced, knowing good and well you know what works. You know the strengths of the team. That proved to me that he knew the chemistry and the synergy that Zion and Trey had. And let me tell you something, it's way more than Zion and B.I. Because let me tell you something. Look, ain't nobody brought up the duo thing. Nobody's brought that up. And again, like he actually went with nature instead of going against nature. And really, like I said, Jose and Trigger stepped up.
They did.
I don't know where CJ and BI were. I don't know where they were tonight. We could say with BI his injury. I don't know, but you know what? Let me tell you something. Didn't nobody go past 15 points. Nobody had 20 points. Only person that was over 20 points was Zion. And let me tell you something. Even with no huge performance from BI or CJ, and even Trigger or anybody else, let me tell you something. Zion had this team in the game. You hear me?
Yeah.
We had and I'm talking about 4 minutes left. The game tied. The game tied. Like, and let me tell you something. Momentum. You're talking about Zion working both ends of the floor. He was putting pressure on LeBron, and he was getting points. Amen. Amen. Now, one negative thing, man. Really, like he put on a clinic, and I wish we would have got this game. I wish the Pels would have got this game, because let me tell you something. This was that game that Zion needed to truly ascend. That W would have had it. Like, amen. Like, Zion's coming. He's coming. He is coming. He's coming. He's coming. But golly, man, I'm sorry. I'm probably like everywhere, but golly, I wish the Pelicans would have got this game, because like Zion was giving AD and LeBron the business. He was giving it to him, BQ. You know what I'm saying? He was giving it to him.
Yeah, he was awesome, man, tonight, man. It's unfortunate about the injury. But if we had a little help, man, if we had somebody else to kind of step up tonight, they lose by 4. We could have used one of our other guys to kind of step up and help. Perhaps CJ McCollum's production would have helped out.
Yeah, his 3-point shooting.
Yeah,
that's where the Lakers killed the Pelicans. It was from behind the arc. That and foul calls and all that stuff. But yeah, the first half, it was I think they said it was like plus 18. They were plus 18 from behind the arc.
It's crazy,
like
man.
That was the equalizer right there. That killed us.
Yeah, that second
3-point shooting it, man.
Right. That second quarter, man. Well, they scored only 16 points. That was the highest total that the Lakers put up for the night, was the 34 points, and it was a track meet for the rest of the game. So let's just hit the team statistics individually speaking, and then we'll kind of finish up on that and kind of look at what's going on in the next matchup. Who will it be, Golden State or Sacramento? But when we talk about basketball and then you talk about politics, two of the biggest stars in the NBA game in the play-in, and LeBron James and the Lakers, and Steph Curry and Golden State. You know, I can't foresee a playoff without either one of those guys in it. And I'm just saying, man, it's just the politics of this bullshit basketball business that we watching, how they officiate the games, how the calls are made. Anthony Davis foul that happened, that was called on Larry Nance, was egregious. But once again, Willie sits up there and watches it. And
be cool and collected. And I'm like, I'm not gonna be stopped being cool and collected, Willie.
But he becomes an activist at the end of the game and says he didn't see a foul call that we hadn't gotten the foul call. Willie, this whole damn year that's been happening, man. But we haven't earned
it. That now.
But he says it now, though.
I mean, it's like, dude, the one who want to keep his money in his pocket, and then with a secret contract given to you, so you had bread.
And that's not something that we conjuring up. That's actually what he said, man. About when he talked about that, is that he wants to keep his money in his pocket. Okay, there you go. That's what you get. So I mean, let's get into this, fam. Man, it's just ridiculous, man. All right, anyway, Pelicans 43 of 93 from the field. Lakers 30 of 84 for almost 42%. The 3-point game, 14 of 35, the Lakers were for 40% flat. The Pelicans were 9 of 30 for 30%. That's one of the key stats. Then, of course, you go to the foul line, where the Pelicans at home got 5 free throw attempts, 11 of 15 for 73.3% at home. Zion was fouled several times underneath the hoop. He complained, but the referees only see fit to give the Pelicans 15 foul attempts while giving the away team, LeBron's Lakers, 29 attempts in which they converted 26 of 29 for almost 90% from the foul line.
Hey, did you hear what's his name? Kevin Hart, the commentator?
No, what did he say?
He said the Lakers are plus 200 as far as foul calls of any team in the league.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit, political garbage
They
ass.
get calls. That's the margin, and that's factual.
And
you know,
then
whoever's
LeBron
talking about
complains
blaming
more.
the refs, well, get this. The Lakers have plus 200 over any team in the league, not the Pelicans, any team in the league. They get calls. That's a lot of calls. 200.
Jiv Carve says it's plus 5, Lex.
It's plus 5. Well, Kevin said it was plus 200. But
Yeah.
hey, I mean,
That's
golly,
still-
I mean, shoot, it's still a lot. It didn't get lower.
Yeah. Yeah, we seen it in here too, man.
Yeah. I mean,
we
so
seen a lot of
hey,
that
there's an
going on.
argument. There's a legitimate argument. So, hey, man, like you know, if you're not paying attention, you know, you got to understand the situation a little bit better. There's a legitimate argument there.
Well, I
200,
mean,
500, you know, whatever you want to call it, that's still a lot. It's still a lot.
but at some point, like during the game, Pelicans had opportunities that they did allow to get away. This is true.
Yeah, they did.
And having the turnovers, like tonight, they had 13 turnovers against the Lakers, who had only 8 turnovers in the matchup. So not only are they hitting the 3 ball, they were 14 to 35 from downtown. You were 9 of 30. Then they go to the foul line and beat you 26 to 11. That's a 15-point swing, and then you're turning the ball over. So we kind of played behind the 9 ball tonight. I mean, 8 ball tonight. What's interesting, the Pelicans assist 30 to 24, steals 8 to 4 by the Lakers, 7 to 2 for the Lakers. And then I just talked about the turnovers, the fast break points, 23-19 for the Pelicans. They did turn around and win the points in the paint, 62 to 36. But like I said, we just needed somebody else to step up in there and do it. Also, man, let's hit some of the individuals. J Black's action. It's a left leg injury of some sort. J Black that Willie talked about in the press conference. Yeah, he got some type of left leg soreness going on. That's what Willie said, and they're supposed to be looking at it. So we'll know more about it. We're supposed to know more about that tomorrow. Also, LVP says, man, why didn't he challenge that call? The Anthony Davis foul, which Larry Nance did not foul him. Because
Willie has moments where he wants to help the other team out. That's only the right thing to do. Because I felt like he was doing that a little bit. Like, but it's like, dude, are you going to be on the Pelican side, or are you going to be on the Lakers side? You know, because I felt like he brought Zion in too late. You know what I'm saying? They took a timeout, and look, he had Zion go to the table after the timeout.
Man,
I'm like, why do you do crap like that?
I don't know, man.
It's like, dude, bring him in during the timeout, out of the timeout. Instead, you just let another minute.
Yeah, it's puzzling, like some of the stuff that we watch for Willie. Willie it's almost like he watching the game at points, like we watching the game.
No, he's not watching the game. That's the thing, because we're watching the game and we know that look, you need to bring
But
Zion.
it's like he's not interactive though. It's like, okay, I hear him doing things, but like when you see something egregious occurs, like that foul Anthony Davis had, they called Larry Nance for, when that wasn't a foul at all, you got to challenge that.
Yeah,
because that can change things right there. You got to get that going. That doesn't help us for him to let that type of BS pass. So I mean, anyway, the team individual statistics. Zion Williamson was awesome tonight. He had a double-double, 40 points from Zion with 11 rebounds. He had 5 assists, a steal and a block in 36 minutes. He was 17 of 27 from the field, 6 of 9 from the foul line tonight by Zion. Everybody else, man, they had a bunch of people with 10 points, one guy with 12, which is Trey Murphy. In 31 minutes, he had 12
Nobody
points.
went past 15 points, man.
That's what it was. That's all I was saying, that we just needed one person to kind of
Yeah,
spark
that's
and
it.
having a complimentary score to Zion tonight. And I'm talking about like 15 points, 16 points, or something like that. And we would have had
No,
this.
at least 20. At least 20. We
We
just
did
need one person to have 20 points.
But the person you calling for, like the bench guys, actually showed up and handled the business. Jose Alvarado gave you 10 points and 7 assists with a couple of rebounds in 25 minutes. You had Trey Murphy, who played 31 minutes. He had 12, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 6 from downtown. Then you had Larry Nance, who played 28 minutes. He had 10 points and 12 rebounds. He even did a 3-pointer and 5 assists to go along with that. And then, of course, you look at some of our other guys. I mean, Herb gave you 10, and what Herb usually does. BI kind of still a little rusty there, 11 points in 25 minutes, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, not totally dialed in, understandable. And then you look at CJ, 30 minutes, 9 points. I mean, 4-15 from the field, 1 of 9 from downtown, 6 assists, 3. But we didn't need this type of game from CJ McCollum tonight. We needed CJ McCollum to give us at least the above 14, 15 points. He does that. It kind of helps us. But Zion was basically doing all of this by himself, and so far as carrying the heavy load, the scoring. And more than likely, had he not gotten hurt, this could have been a whole nother different thing. It all went, they fought a little bit after that, but then nobody else was going to carry the
Nobody had the gravity Zion had.
Nobody was carrying it. There wasn't a true complimentary scorer to Zion tonight. Then on the opposite side of things, it's LeBron James. He led his effort. 23 points for LeBron. He had 9 rebounds, 9 assists in 41 minutes of action. 21 for Russell, who loves playing the Pelicans, who loved playing in the Smoothie King Center. He hit 5 3-pointers tonight, had 21 points, 6 assists, and 20 from AD in 15. 20 and 15 from AD in 40 minutes tonight for them. So those top 3 guys carried their squad. And even Reeves threw in 16 points, hit 2 3-pointers from downtown. So in the end, it was what it was. And so far as they did what they were supposed to do, we knew they were going to come out and play like this, and we had to turn it up. When we needed guys to kind of step up and show what they can do. Zion was all world tonight. Too bad he didn't have some of his other guys there. And so far, it's not our role players, but other guys that's making $30 million a damn season to step up and kind of help him do something, man. So anyway, go ahead, Lex. The floor is yours to kind of delve in on what you think, about some of these numbers and what happened.
I mean, look, the Lakers, LeBron and AD had help because they didn't even have the best game. You know what I'm saying? And their others helped them out. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, shout out to Jose, shout out to Trey. You saw their effort. You saw, what they were doing out there. But even with them doing what they were doing, it still wasn't enough. Like we got to have points. We got to have points. And let me tell you something. The days of one person like doing everything, you have to have that, at least that second person, that second guy that's putting up at least 20. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to have another guy, and especially like nowadays where you have more completed teams. You know what I'm saying? Like teams are more complete, instead of like just fully like, the team just being on one guy's shoulders. Hey man, but even so, like I said, if Zion would have stayed in, like, cause they couldn't do nothing with him. And there was a lot of defense. We were getting stops. That the energy that Zion was giving to Jose and Trey and Herb, they were giving that back to Zion, on the defensive end, because you saw their activity. You saw Jose's activity, getting deflections, Herb jumping into those lanes to get the steals, Trigger, helping out as well. Defensively, they were like, okay, hey, we got the stop, Zion. All right, here you go. You got the ball, dog. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's basically what was happening. It's like, dog, hey Zion, you got it going. Nobody else has it going. You know what? We gon' lock in on the defensive end, get these stops, and then we gonna give it to you, man. And then you just do your thing. And if you shoot it out to us, we gonna hit it. Let me tell you something. Jose knocked down that 3-point shot. Jose knocked that 3-point shot down, man.
You did.
Yeah. Triggered. Like he saw the situation, knocked down shots. It just wasn't enough, man. Really, when it comes down to it, we needed either CJ or BI to step up. We needed one of them to have at least 20 points.
Yep.
And, it's funny because, on this team has been averaging, 3 guys have been averaging 20 plus points on this team, right? And tonight we couldn't get that from either of them. The timing, you know what I'm saying? We seemed like we can get it any other game, but tonight it wasn't happening. Especially like when you have somebody like Zion putting up 40 points. So it's it was kind of lopsided in a way. In a way, it was a tale of two halves. Golly, man. Like, man, that would have been so spectacular. Did you see everybody standing in the arena?
Yep.
Like they felt, you know what I'm saying? Like when that, that comeback, man, they the whole building was feeling it, man. The whole building was feeling it, man. I mean, it was like, wow, like we were witnessing something great.
Yep.
We were witnessing something great. But
40 points, Lex. Was
Yeah.
40 points from Zion in his first playing game.
Yeah. Hey,
That was-
and
that was
he rose to the occasion, people. He rose to the occasion, man. I mean, it's like, like I said, I mean, he didn't get punked. And I want to say this one more time. LeBron James did not score in the fourth quarter until Zion left the game.
Yep.
That means Zion left the game within the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yep.
That's a long time to hold someone like a LeBron James from scoring. Okay, people?
Yeah.
And you're talking about defending LeBron and scoring points on the other end.
LeBron was shook.
He was. He couldn't do nothing. And Zion kept attacking him. Him and AD.
Yeah.
Golly, they really wanted them to have this game, man. This game was exciting, man. We were witnessing something. Great.
Yeah, it was like 40 points by Zion, man. He just needed a compliment.
Yeah.
And man, it was awesome, man, watching him do what he did. He just was aggressive. He attacked.
And he was shooting jumpers, people. He was shooting jumpers. Did you see him pop that jumper up in LBJ's eye?
He shot the jumper. He had the vicious block on LeBron. He blocked him from behind. He was out there doing his thing, man. It was a full-out performance. I watched Shaquille O'Neal at halftime say that, he applauded him in the first half, but he wants him to get another 20 in the second half.
And you know what? He answered him.
He answered
him, GQ. He
answered
answered him.
Golly,
I wanted the Pelicans to get this one, man. Golly, because he answered Shaquille, man. He
did.
Answered him.
This may be a blessing in disguise, though. The Pels, now they got to go and do it again. Hopefully Zion is healthy. And would you rather play the Denver Nuggets than the Thunder?
It don't matter.
If we could get there.
DC, it don't matter, brother.
Because the thing is like
it definitely matters.
Risk. No, but we didn't want to take that risk though. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, we get a second chance.
Nah, I didn't want the risk either. I
Yeah,
agree.
you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for me, I want that 7th spot.
Hold on, hold on, just a second, Lex. We got Trey Murphy at the mic. Here we go, fam.
All right.
If you don't get stops, it's hard to really come back into a game. And third quarter, start getting stops, start hitting shots, start playing a lot faster. And I think that's what turned it around for us during that game.
Yeah. How tough was it to just see you not be able to play the last 2 minutes after having the incredible game that he had?
You know, it's tough, obviously. And especially with all the work he's put in this season. This is a career high in games he's played his entire career. And, you wish the best for him. And definitely sucks.
Trey, Willie's always talking about like turning the page after tough losses and facing adversity and all that. What's kind of the mindset going into what's it do with that game?
Win. That's it. That's all it is win. Nothing else really to say about it. Just win the game.
Did you see what happened on the Zion?
Not necessarily. I mean, I saw him go for the layup, and then also I just saw him like jog back a little bit, like hobble a little bit. Other than that, I didn't see anything else.
Just in general, you guys started making that run, that group you had out there, Jose, yourself, Larry, Zion, Herb, just kind of similar to what a lot of those lineups looked like last year when you were at the top of the West, in December making those runs. Just do you feel like there's some of the pace and physicality out there with
Yeah, I think Jose came in and changed the pace as well as Z. I mean, we're able to rebound and just get out and run in transition. That's one of our best offenses when we have guys running in transition. Me and her, we sprint the lanes and 3-point lines, pretty well. And then Jose and Z try to find us. And so that's just really all it is.
One thing Larry mentioned in his post-game interview is that you guys play much better when the ball moves a lot, doesn't really stick. You don't play well when it's slow down basketball. Just what do you make of that, and how do you get the team to continue to play with that pace over 40 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, just in general with basketball, like more than likely you're going to be able to break down a defense if you're able to move the ball. And so for us, especially with the makeup of our team, when we're moving the ball, it makes it a lot easier and a lot more open space for Z because, I mean, a lot of times he has a ball in his hand. And, if you got to put guys around him that can space the floor. So, if we're stagnant, they're able to load up on us, and really any NBA team can guard stagnant offense.
Trey, last week, you guys went to Sacramento and Golden State, got 2 wins on a back-to-back night. Can you draw anything from that to Friday's game? Because you're going to face either one of those two teams.
A little bit. You can definitely look at the film, but it's a do or die game. They're definitely going to, whoever we play, they're going to come in with a mentality that it could be their last game of the season, so they're going to play as hard as they can. So, obviously, you can look at the film, but you just got to be prepared for a dogfight.
In general, just talk about Zion's performance and just kind of how he was taking over in the fourth quarter and just really seemed unstoppable there.
Yeah, no, he just really took on the personal challenge. Rebounding the ball, playing defense, being in lanes, and then scoring the ball at a high level. 40 points, 10 rebounds in whatever span of time he played in, which wasn't a full game. That's pretty impressive. So, obviously wanted him to finish the game, but we understand the circumstances of what happened.
What did the Lakers do to take your shooters, yourself, CJ, the rest of the guys out until you guys found something in the fourth quarter? But what happened before that point?
I mean, no, honestly, I think we just missed a lot of shots. Like, I was short on really every single miss that I had. CJ was also short. It just happens. I don't think it was too much of what they were doing. I think it was more so on us in our offense and, just trying to generate good looks. That's it. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Trey.
All right, Trigger Trey Murphy, man. Tonight, man. I'm sorry, Lex. You were commenting. I know you and DC wanted to finish up on your commentary. Please feel free to do so. Oh, just a second. Let me give a shout out to the fam. Thank y'all for being in the stream. Please feel free to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you please. One of the Matthew Mitchell says, "Q, somebody we timed him out. I think probably one of our people probably timed you out. I haven't kept. But what account are you referring to? Put in the chat. Let me know the name of what you're talking about on your account right there. J Black, you crazy man. All right. So anyway, back to you, Lex and DC.
Yeah, man. You had something your point you was making, Lex, for we had to hit Trey.
I was gonna say you can go on.
Okay. But I mean, you gotta look at what we witnessed tonight, man, and at least be slightly inspired. There was nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing done to help us or in favor of us. And the fact that Zion was able to put up that type of performance, put this team on his back, same team that we saw completely timid and embarrassed a couple of days ago by a Lakers team that, playing pretty good and just get all the calls. I mean,
Yeah.
Zion and AD had more foul shots than our whole entire team. And
Are you talking
at
about
that 3-minute mark, huh?
You talking about Antonio Daniels?
My bad. Did I say the wrong name?
Yeah, you said AD, so
Glass.
I was like,
LeBron and Mr. Glass had more free throw attempts than our entire team. Or street clothes Davis. That's what we call it.
Street clothes. Street clothes.
Street clothes Davis.
He beat up on us tonight. Yeah, DC combined, it was 20.
But look, this is one thing too. Am I the only one that's wondering what the hell happened with playing through JV too at times? JV was beating up on Anthony Davis, and he clearly wanted no parts of that, man, in the post.
Yeah.
Why did we go away from that after the first quarter?
Hey, I got. Hey,
give him credit.
Newly extended coach.
Give him credit.
I got an answer for that, Lex. I got an answer for that.
Hey, wait, I didn't hear Willie Green's speech. Did we give them credit? Larry
Nance. That's the reason why. Carry on, Lex.
Oh, yeah, but who is the source? The source of Larry Nance being out there.
That's Captain Willie. That's the bottom line. He wants him out there. Absolutely.
Yeah. Look, for those of you all who might be in denial or, just, delusional just a little bit, I'm gonna say this. Willie Green is in love with Larry Nance Jr. Okay? He loves that man. All right? Probably loves him more than anybody else on the team because he consistently will overuse Larry Nance like at any time. Don't look, Larry Nance, oh, you a little bit healthy? You at 50%, but you ready to go? All right, great. All right, going out there, you're gonna play 40 minutes. Okay.
Man, they had a reporter, Lex, slick side, asked Willie. He's like, Willie, why do you like I think she references why do you like the lineup when Larry Nance at center so much? They asked him that live during the game.
Yeah.
They asked him that during the game.
Because they don't it's like dog. Small ball is not the answer all the time. I'm not saying that small ball is bad, but Willie has he is he cannot play the game without small ball. He's got to have it. It's got to be the answer. That's like his counter. Like he's so locked in on that small ball, and it's like, dude, that is not. You are trying to. You love Larry Nance so much that you willing to go down with the ship with that dude, and you don't have to. You don't have to. But I mean, look, if he trades Larry, or if the team ever trades Larry at any point, I'm gonna I definitely am interested to see Willie Green's reaction, because I think he'll be in tears. I think, and really, if he's in tears, he may even quit on us, DC. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe you got rid of that dude. Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah, he's really in love with Larry, man. It's It really doesn't make sense. But that's his go-to move, man. That's his consistent counterpunch that everybody knows, everybody and their mama knows is coming.
Yeah, that's man. I don't know what to say about it, man. Tonight, man, it's just another loss to the Lakers. The Lakers, they move right on into the playoffs against the Nuggets. Pels have to wait to take on the winner of the Warriors and Kings matchup that is currently going the way of the Kings right now, 54-48. Kind of Golden State Warriors trying to close that gap before till they hit halftime. So
Mm-hmm.
this is either way, man. You have the LeBron gets in the playoffs, and we know politically speaking, it's going to be one of the situations where the Pelicans are going to have to fight that fact that the leagues definitely prefers the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry to be in the playoffs. Having a playoff without a LeBron James or Steph Curry, man, it's that from a standpoint of watching, that's the politics of the money. That's why you factor
It's
that.
marketing, branding. You know what I'm saying? Viewership, ratings, all that stuff. But I'm really hoping that I want the Pelicans to get in, man. Just at this point, just get in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would hate for, especially for Zion, for him to go another year without ever being in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't happen. I mean, just especially because I really feel like, he's we've seen that he can rise to the occasion. Look what he did tonight. Look what he did tonight. He rose to the occasion, man. Like this is the closest that he's been to the playoff picture.
Right.
So, I mean, you have a guy who has the ability to play like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and not only that, man. Man, Zion was playing offense and defense, y'all, and not just defense on anybody. He was on LeBron.
He did. That was he
You know
did
what
a
I'm saying? Like,
special job.
can we get an applaud, man? That dude he was putting pressure on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, he stepped up to the plate. He stepped up to the plate. He answered the call. You know, I mean, he really did, man. When I think about all the criticism and the backlash that Zion gets, and he gets all of it.
Hold
Are
on
you
just
gonna
a
play
second.
this? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Lex, just a second. Matthew, I don't see you being blocked, man. Somebody might have timed you out. I don't see you being blocked. I don't see you on the block list, bro. So I don't know what's going on with that. Here's CJ.
It was like watching Zion, Sunday, tough, tough day for him, come back and do what he did today before he had to leave.
Yeah, that's what great players do. Good mental toughness, coming back, figuring out how he could be more impactful, figuring out how he could be more efficient, and got to his spots. He did whatever he wanted tonight. Finished well around the basket, got to the free throw line, hit a jumper or two. It was a really good game for him. From start to finish, and unfortunately, he ended up having to leave the game early.
Yeah, I mean, what'd you see around that 3 minute mark when he?
I didn't really see. I seen him finish and then kind of come off the court, and he just told me to go in for him. I didn't know the extent of what may have happened.
I mean, just how tough is it to see that? Just how much that's been a narrative around him and to stay healthy. For the
Yeah,
majority
I
of
mean,
the
this
season.
is an unfortunate situation. He's having a great game. We're getting down the stretch of a highly important game where he's dominating and leaving his imprint in all phases, and ends up having to leave the game early. But it's just unfortunate situation, and I don't know what happened or the extent of it, but hopefully he's back soon.
And for you personally, was it just a matter of just shots that you usually make not going in tonight? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think you credit them. They played had a good defensive game plan. Wasn't a lot of. I mean, I had like three good looks that I think I should have made that I just left short. But they did a good job of being up in coverages. Showing crowds,
I got to be better. I got to be more efficient. And if I played a better game tonight, we end up winning. But we still had a chance, in spite of my performance, to win the game, and we just didn't.
Just what type of challenge you think is for BI right now, trying to get back
I
in
don't
the
like
flow?
that
Been
mentality.
out for a while,
Right
and just trying to get back, in games like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. You're coming off an injury, right into playoff atmosphere against a team who has championship aspirations in the Lakers. It's a tough environment. It's a tough situation, but he's mentally tough. He'll figure it out and continue to battle and put himself in position to be successful, and that's what he's done throughout his career. And for us as a team, we got to continue to adjust and figure out, how to be more effective, especially to start games.
Does it help having 2 days off?
To start games.
I think the rest is important for us. We've been playing a lot of minutes in the last month. We've been playing a lot of games, and games that are, impactful in terms of standings. The last month or so. So the sense of urgency is there, the physicality is there, the pace. All those things. So it's nice to be able to get some rest.
DJ, how helpful is it the fact that you went to Sacramento, you went to Golden State, and you beat them on their home court, and that was on a back-to-back? Because you're facing one of those teams.
I mean, I don't really think it matters. It's nice to get those wins. It would have been nice to get in the playoffs and not have to worry about it. But you just got to turn the page now. It's going to be a new game, whoever we're playing. It'll be a new opportunity in front of us, and that'll be the win and get in, for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys have been in these win or go home playing games before. What's the mentality got to be going into that game on Friday?
I think just sense of urgency, game plan, discipline, and really just focusing on ourselves. Every team is good that's left. Every team has a chance to do special things once they get into the playoffs. And for us, it's just about executing, defending at a high level, making sure that we, push tempo, and really just take advantage of all of our talents. I think that's what it comes down to. The stakes are the stakes. It is what it is. But for us, I think we just got to control what we can control, which is preparation and doing what we've done our whole lives to get to this point.
Coach Green wanted to roll with the unit that was making a run towards the end of the stretch before he got hurt. I know as a competitor, you probably want to be out, but in general, like, what are your emotions when you're seeing like a run taking place?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to be out there. Like, this is what I've been doing since I was a kid. You know what I mean? So you always want to be out there, but they were doing great. They were rolling. They were able to get us back into the game. And as a professional, you just have to play your role and be ready, whatever that means. And unfortunately, Z ends up going out, and I had to go back in and try our best to try to close the game out, and we came up short. But I think for us, it's just about doing whatever it takes to win, whatever that means.
At the end of the game, when you're kind of like down 4 and like 14 seconds left or so, what's the general philosophy in terms of you just kind of take what the defense gives you?
Yeah, the first one was a quick 2 for sure. It was enough time to get a quick 2. The second one, I was trying to get a 3 off, but AD was beyond the level. I mean, he probably would have blocked it, so I couldn't get the shot off. Not a lot of space, around half court, sideline, defender. So I passed to Larry, he laid it up, and in those situations, you want to score as fast as possible. I hope they miss a free throw, and they didn't miss any free throws down the stretch. So tough way to go out.
Man, this team. All right, and a quick little update on Zion Williamson, man. According to Will Guillory from The Athletic, he's saying Zion Williamson just left the building. He just tweeted this maybe about 3 minutes ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, perhaps. But he said Zion Williamson just left the building, wasn't walking with a limp or anything, didn't have a visible wrap on his leg either. So that's Will.
That's a good sign.
That's his seeing him leave there. So there you go on that.
Still
All right.
He is going to get imaging. That's what Willie said. He's going to get imaging on tomorrow. Did you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here, Lex. I heard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying that Willie did say that he was going to be getting imaging on tomorrow. I guess to see, if there's anything that they're missing. So.
Well, that's good news, man. And because we're going to definitely lead them in a couple of days when we take on the winner of the Sacramento Kings matchup, which we have on the screen right now as we're talking about the Pels. Kind of watching the matchup here between Steph Curry's Warriors and Fox's Kings right now at halftime. They're by 4. The Kings are 54.
Man, that's crazy. Wasn't it like 40-25?
They closed the gap. No lead is safe in
The
Golden State.
three is the
Bye
equalizer.
bye Sacramento.
Yes. Crazy part about it is Steph Curry he only has 1 3-pointer right now, 5 points right now at halftime. So
You know
Oh,
what?
wow.
Kaminga's really been playing well though for them.
Kaminga's been big, yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing his thing.
But let's kind of lead back into what we was talking about. DC, you had something to chime in. You wanted to add to what we was talking about before we kind of carry in, and would potentially be a matchup between either of these teams we have on screen.
Yeah, man. This is definitely the tougher of the playing games, in my opinion. The winner out of this game. We all know we dominated Sacramento. Man, what are the odds you can beat a team 6 times in a row? That is crazy. If they win, also if the Warriors win, they have a really bad taste in their mouth about how we beat them last time. As well as, are we gonna have another game where, you know, you got the zebras on their side, as we did tonight, almost overcoming that. But tough go at it. We made it this way. But the one thing that has me encouraged is what I saw from Zion tonight. Uh, wasn't a lot of help from coaching, other than Jose actually just making intelligent basketball plays, getting Zion some easy points. I was like, man, it's almost. I was so excited, but I was so angry at the same time because I'm like, look at this. Like, where the hell has this shit been all season? Like, why haven't we? I guess Jose just took over and did his thing, but why haven't we put the ball more in his hand and have just a traditional set with a traditional point guard? Sometimes I like points out. I like Bi initiating the offense as well. I like what we do with CJ sometimes on that same aspect, but it's like, why didn't we play a little more traditional ball in that aspect of having a true point guard out there, man? You see what that can do. This has me even more encouraged about our DeJounte Murray take, and just thinking like, man, if we had DeJounte Murray, is this the type of stuff we'll be seeing? Or you hear the rumors about a guy like I don't think he would get Trey, the other Trey. I don't even know how that would work with Ice Trey from Atlanta. But just I'm more so encouraged by them trying to find a point guard, man, and going into this next playing game in the playoffs. That's set, and those guys that were out there with Zion, man, we definitely have to see that lineup again. Um, and I just think the confidence that Zion's going to be able to play with now, going into a game with either the Warriors or the Kings, this is going to be scary. But at the same time, on the flip side, I also have to acknowledge what happened with Bi. Zion got hurt with 3 minutes left in the game. We know Bi is not quite 100%, but it still was really weird to me to see him not out there at the end of the game, man. I just think him being out there, we definitely would have had a better shot to win that game. Probably still would have lost. But has Willie making a decision to move on from Bi? Like, are we gonna? Is
It
this like
was
a little
weird.
hint at what might happen in the offseason? I don't think this was a small moment. Seeing him in such a huge game, even though I know he's coming back from injury, but it's just really weird to see him not out there. I mean, without him, you don't take Trey out. Definitely not at that point in the game. But I don't know, man. I think Bi over CJ definitely. Outcome may have still been the same, but I didn't think he played that horrible, which he didn't have a good game. To not be able to be out there with no Zion, like we almost don't have a chance at winning without him out there. So looking at those things, man, it creates another set of obstacles or a different hurdle that we gotta come across and figure out how to get Bi going while also maximizing everything we were able to get out of Zion tonight. Because you don't want to mess up what you just saw in this Lakers game, because that shit was not normal. Zion has basically taken another leap right before our eyes in front of the whole world. And if he walked out of that building, no brace, no limp, no nothing, you know, in a good mood, like Will Guillory says, man, we may be in for another special performance when we play either the Sacramento Kings or the Warriors, and I can't wait to see that shit.
Yeah, Zion Williamson was uncanny tonight, man. Uncanny performance by Zion Williamson tonight, man. He gave him everything he had and then some. And he attacked LeBron James. Went at LeBron James. I seen a charge that LeBron took on Zion Williamson.
That was not a charge.
Almost took his damn chest out. I mean, the way he flipped LeBron, and LeBron ain't,
Wait, hold on, Q. You gotta listen to Lex. You can't speedball past that. That shit was not a charge.
That
LeBron
was
was
not
still
a
moving, bro.
charge. He
It
was.
was blatantly
And
cheating
not
for
only
them people,
that,
man.
he turned his body. He turned his body. He did not take that hit straight up. And that's why it wasn't, that should have been challenged. I'm like, that's not a charge. You can't turn like that. You can't turn your upper body like that. You have to take it, man. People don't know what a charge is nowadays. If you're going to take a charge, you take that head on like a bull is coming at you and you're standing there and you do not move. Like that is a charge. Your feet have to be set and you cannot move your upper body. You can't move it either way. You got to
Can't
take that.
lean, twist, or turn to the
Yeah.
side. You can't do none of that.
Yeah, you can't do that. And it's like that wasn't a charge. But I'm glad he laid him out. I'm glad. You know what? He didn't try to take another one.
I think LeBron, it definitely hurt, but I think LeBron did all the little extra after and all that to make sure the referees would go and overturn that.
I still
He
would have
really
challenged
wouldn't think
it. I
about
still
challenging
would have
it.
challenged
It
it,
was
even
he
with him
took
doing all
2
that junk.
charges.
Because it wasn't a charge. You
The one on
cannot
her
turn
was a
that
charge,
like
Big Q. That was definitely a charge. On the one he took on her, that was just a good play.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get up the Zion one. Hold on. I get the Zion one here. Yeah, he got the one he did, my goodness, against Zion. Zion almost decapitated his fucking ass on that. I mean, literally, he just it was ridiculous. Let me see if I can get it geared up here because I just seen it that he got up on him. But I mean, he just depleted LeBron like it was he truck sticked him almost like
Tremal,
it was.
don't say that.
She took him to. I mean,
Don't say that, Tremal, man.
he took him apart, man. In that one, man. I just seen it, man. But anyway, I'm gonna find it, man. I'm gonna find it. But yeah, this is I'm gonna get that to you on that, Lex, because Lex actually she officiates for a living. So unlike the seedy, garbage, corrupt ass NBA officials, she actually follows the books on what it's supposed to be and actually governs and officiates officially. How about that? She does what she's supposed to do. And
It's
now
officially official.
it's official. Look at it. Here it is. It is right here. He depleted. Just if this was Madden, bro, this dude would be dead, man. Look, he just took him
You
out.
said he'd be dead.
Look at this. Watch how
Look at this. Look at the turn. You're not supposed to do that.
his feet go up in the air. Like
But look when he turns. He stuck his elbow into him to assure that he
got to
made
show that different
contact.
angle. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to do that.
Yep, he stuck he moved his head.
He stuck that shoulder. That's not a charge. And Willie should have challenged that. I was talking to the television. I was like, dog, you have to challenge that. I don't care what LeBron's doing. You cannot turn your upper body like that to build that contact, especially when Zion hadn't even made contact with him yet. He made the contact. You know how they always say the offensive player makes the contact? He turned, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You cannot do that. You see that? He hadn't even made contact with him.
He ain't want that smoke, Lex.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's like, oh,
man.
this shit about
He
to
did not
hurt.
take that straight up.
Because he knew it was about to hurt. Then he fell. Look how he fall on his wrist. Damn near hurt himself.
I don't care about that
Getting
man's wrist.
trucked.
Like, dog, come on, man.
Got his stick.
Hey, Tramal, hey, man.
His ass up there, DC.
Tramal, don't disrespect.
There's a basketball murder going on right there, boy.
Yeah, bro. That boy, everything is in the air, Q. He ain't got nothing touching the ground right now.
That boy about to do a Barkley fall, boy. I'll tell you one thing, boy. He about to hit the ground. Said.
His mind said do a Barkley fall, but his body said put that on down.
Dude, he blew his ass up on this play, man. And you're right, Lex, because he turned. Look at this. He turned.
You can't turn your body. You can't do that. He is still moving. Look. He even lifted up his foot. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. These freaking refs. They just make me upset, man. Make the right call, man. But Willie should have challenged. He should have challenged. Because, see how you slowing it down? When you slow it down, it's like that's not a charge.
They had another one just as bad.
Look at his leg. He lifted his right side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful, man. There was one that was more egregious than this.
The one with Trey, when Trey had that good defensive play on him, man. That wasn't a foul. And Willie didn't challenge that either.
Well, the one that I'm talking about is the foul that this one right here. No, not this one. The one that they call on Larry Nance against Anthony Davis. That was the one that was totally not a foul on it. Let me see if I can find it, because that was horrible, man. That was a terrible call that they made. That he was trying to give these people every advantage that they possibly can. I'm gonna have to find it, man. But it was one where Anthony Davis is, gets the foul call, but it's against Larry Nance, and Larry Nance ain't even in the damn picture. Let me see if I can find. Here it is, right here. Larry, this is not a foul. LeBron goes for the fall. It's a miss. You can see Anthony Davis right there scoops the rebound. Larry Nance is behind him.
And really, he kind of held him back. You know what I'm saying? He did that stiff arm on him. It's just really something, man. Like, this stuff is just
and that's a foul. They called that a foul because he pushes Larry, and you can see Larry goes away. Right, they're tussling right here, and then he pushes Larry off on, kind of throws him off. And let me see if I can stop it. He throws him off with the off arm. One arm, your right hand gets to the ball. His left arm is on Larry, and he shoves Larry. Watch, he shoves him forward. Larry falls forward away from him. Look at the trajectory Larry's falling in. He doesn't have his arms. Anthony Davis has both his hands up at the rim with the ball. Larry Nance is away from, he's literally behind him. He's not even touching him. And then he misses the shot, goes down. Larry Nance is back here away from him, and they blow, and they said foul on Larry Nance. Nobody touched. And look at this old guy right here. Even this old guy in the corner with the gray shirt got both his damn hands up in there saying, man, that's not a foul.
And all we heard on the national broadcast is, oh, Anthony Davis, he's such a great offensive. Look at him grab the rebound. Garbage, man.
Okay, Stan Van Gundy is actually commentating the Warriors and Kings game. It was Reggie Miller and Kevin Hart that commentated this one, DC.
I don't care who it was, Lex. I know that shit I heard was some bullshit. That was some bullshit.
Don't worry about it, Lex. He gonna work that rust. Don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? Look,
he got that PI rust on him right now. He gonna be all right.
Reggie Miller was getting on my nerves. I'm like, come on, Reggie, dog.
Man, Reggie was so pro Lakers, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he was, man. I
wanted to be. How you gonna be a national broadcaster and that goddamn bias, man?
Reggie Miller,
be neutral, bro.
We all know that Reggie Miller's a joke commentator, man. I don't like listening to Reggie Miller, man.
I don't like him.
I don't like listening.
I did. You know what? I didn't. We all often talk about Chris Webber. how dry he was.
Chris Webb was the worst, but at least he wasn't
It was
biased.
terrible, bro. But yeah, but at least, but I don't like the bias toward the Lakers and hearing all this stuff about how great the Lakers is and all this type of stuff. I don't like that, man. I don't want to hear all that stuff, man. But anyway, let's lean forward here, man. Let's talk about the matchup. We know that there's we still got a lot of time between what's going on with the Kings. They're up 64-57 currently over the Golden State Warriors. Either one of these matchups, man, let's kind of peer into the future if we could get ready in the stream. Y'all we start with you, Lex. Kind of talk to us about what you perceive the Pelicans are going to do against either one of these teams for the final opportunity to get into the playoffs.
Well, for one, we need to break this 7-game losing streak at the crib. That's just, that's unacceptable. It's like, that's kind of like what's been the Pelicans' Achilles heel, kryptonite, however you want to look at it. Is playing at the crib. They got to find a way to play how they do on the road at the crib, because I still feel like even with this game, even though the energy was better, I still feel like they played the Warriors way better with way more energy than what they did in this game because of the span of all 4 quarters. I just, it was, that's why, I kind of felt like it was a tale of two halves. Their energy was up, but it was like probably like right under where the Lakers' energy was. And I'm like, no, you want to exceed the energy. You want to be the foundation of what the energy should be. We don't want the foundation of the energy of the Lakers. We don't want them to set the foundation. And, I think that's the thing for these games, like between whether they play the Warriors or Kings, Pelicans, set the foundation of the energy. Stop trying to match, change the thinking, and exceed the expectations of the energy. You have to do that, because if they came out with the energy that they had in the second half and they had that in the first half against the Lakers, there would have been a higher probability of them winning this game than losing it. So I think, again, it comes back to the energy, man. It comes back to the effort. You have to be consistent with playing with high energy at a high level throughout the whole game. You can't have lapses. You can't get complacent. You can't get comfortable. You cannot relax. You cannot take your foot off the gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the meat of everything. That's the meat of the meal. That energy is everything. Now, obviously, I know there was no second guy behind Zion. They at least had 20 points. Hey, man, look, this is the playoffs, man. We can't at this point, like teams are too. When you look at the Warriors and Kings, these are complete teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're complete. So the thing is like, it's not those days. It's not like back in Michael Jordan's day where like you can just lean on that one guy. Hey, man, we gotta have somebody to step up, because right now at the crib, it seems like we've seen a whole lot of things and they haven't been trending in the right direction. Now, with the exceptions of Zion's performance on tonight, that was very inspiring, like you said, DC. But it's like, dog, is Zion the only one who's trying to get to the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all need to come out from behind the rock. This has to be a team thing. Zion gonna do his thing as a superstar, but golly, like we got to have more production from everybody. You know what I'm saying? And look, as much as I'm glad that Jose came with energy and he did everything good. I wish Jose could have grew to like 6'6" or 6'7", 6'8", something. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine that type of energy and that type of body? Like, if we had that because really Jose wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? We after Zion, who we gonna rely on? Jose was the next one up. Trey and Herb, you know what I'm saying? They were right there, but it's like, you really saw that energy from Jose. And it's gonna the team has to do better as a team. As a team, the team got to do better. Cause that's gonna be the biggest difference, man. I mean, but I don't know. The Pelicans play weird at home. They play weird at home. Um, I don't know what it is, but like seven games in a row, 7 games in a row at the crib is, to end, your regular season. Well, this is definitely going to be it. Like, how are y'all going to respond? Because this is another home game. It's another home game. So they really need to find the answer at the crib. They already know what the answer is, away, but it's about the crib, man. They got to find a way to play how they play on the road at the crib. So that's basically it.
That's the point right there, Lex. You kind of nailed on it. The Pelicans stink at home, man.
They do.
They stink, and it wasn't like this for much of the season. They were actually pretty decent at home. At some point, they just turned into a mediocre, terrible, garbage ass home team. And that's 2 losses to the Lakers at home.
Yeah.
And then you turn around and now you get another playing game against a Golden State Warrior or either Sacramento club that we're going to see at home. So I'm concerned now. And
Yeah.
DC, you can speak to us. I'm very concerned about this home issue. The Pelicans can't win at home, fam. And the enormity of the game, the playing game, one win when we're in the playoffs. That's 2 straight times that the Pelicans have failed to take advantage of that situation. 2 straight at home. So DC, kind of speak to what's going on there, man, and how they need to turn this thing around, bro.
It's pretty simple, man. They either ain't getting no home cooking or they're getting too much home cooking, man. Something stinks at home. The Pels went in the NBA this year and set the record this year for the season for road victories, man. We were 28-14 on the road, man. That's crazy. That's like, championship pedigree when you mix it in with playing pretty solid at home, which we don't do. And almost every team in the league that's, contending or in a spot to be able to make a run at the championship, man, they play well at home. Being at home is supposed to be a perk. It's supposed to be something that works out for you. The ball bounces your way. Things seem to go in your favor. And we can't catch a goddamn break at home. I could speak to it, Big Q, but I cannot explain it. I don't understand it. I don't know what it is or why it is, because this wasn't so much the case last year. Wasn't like we were basically undefeated or undeniable at home last year, but they were nowhere near this bad, man, and it just doesn't make sense. I went to the Cleveland Cavaliers game. My dad actually came out here, and just remember talking up the Pelicans. He don't really follow them, and oh man, they do this, they good. Man, them people got embarrassed at home. I had a cousin who was at the game tonight and the game the night before. And they lost both of them damn games. What are the odds of that? Everybody I know that went to the Pelicans game got to see him lose at home this year. I don't get it. But they gonna have to figure that out, man. If we want
It's-
our season to continue.
let me interject if you don't mind, sir. I got a clip that I found on Twitter, bro. That one of the reporters, shout out to brother Terry Kimball from the Pelican Scoop. Shout out to my brother Kyle T. Mosley as well. Brother Kimball asked Larry Nance about that issue. I wanted to play that for the family members.
But what they gonna say? We got they put some roots on the
No,
court.
no, but Larry's going to tell you, what he thinks. Here it goes.
We did our job defensively.
Larry, is it a frustrating thing to be so dominant on the road, but kind of come home and have a lot of big games that you can't really close out here?
It's something we it's something that's not even. It doesn't weigh heavy on our mind.
What the hell?
Equally as they come to us. So whether it's at home or on the road, we're gonna give it all we got. It's a shame we have the home record we do, but
No, you don't.
my lack of lack of love for this place. It's just sometimes chips don't fall where you want them to.
Hey, Lex.
No, I'm not with
I
that.
got a new word to go up there with consistency.
All
Lex.
right.
Oh, what's that? What's that, DC?
Delusionment?
Pride. They need to put pride up in the goddamn practice facility, man, because it don't sound like we got none. At least not about our home court.
That wasn't
That
the
is
right.
sad to hear, man.
You know what? The statements from what Larry just gave and statements from CJ, I didn't like
Don't
what I
weigh
heard.
heavy on our mind.
You know what
You
I'm
don't think
saying?
about being perpetual losers at home in front of the fans that's supposed to be the 12th man and give you all this energy? That don't weigh on your mind at all? That's crazy.
That's awful, Lex, to hear Larry Nance, who's usually pretty vibrant about such things, kind of shrug his shoulders about it like we don't really think about it much. Bro, you stink at home. And then it's like one of the things that is prevented us from clinching the playoff spot. We had 2 straight opportunities. Well, actually, if you want to go back a little further, we had a couple opportunities to really kind of get this thing done a long time ago. But as of recent, the Pelicans lost twice to the same team at home, and they had home court there. And they're on I don't know what it is, but the last several games, they're absolutely stinking horrible at home. So I'm not comfortable at all about the fact that the next playing matchup is in the Smoothie King Center. They can't win at home. So I mean, go ahead, Lex. I mean, I just wanted to throw that Larry Nance thing at you because he's one person, but if that's the overall mindset, and I don't believe it to be, but if that's the dominant mindset in the organization about shrugging his shoulders, well, it is what it is. No, you need to fix that because that's literally stopping you from advancing.
It's obviously not Zion's mindset.
No, it's not. It's not enough for people to help Zion carry the day. Go ahead, Lex.
Yeah. You know what? It's really something that you pointed that out, DC. That's not Zion's mindset. Let's think about that for a second. Anytime we hear Zion's pressers, I don't know if y'all noticed, Zion does talk very big. He talks about championships. Have y'all noticed that? He talks about playing at a high level, and I know sometimes he does sound repetitive, but one thing I will say, Zion does respond. Right? I mean, is that fair to say he responds? So you don't really hear anybody else really talking big like he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as with the playoffs, like, I don't know. Because he's been consistent talking about it for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really raised his level of play, especially, while B.I. was out. Obviously, that 4-game skid, really wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the up and downs. I mean, he didn't play against the Spurs, which I know quite a few of you all in the chat mentioned the Spurs, I do think about the Spurs. I thought about the Spurs game against the Warriors, and I'm like, man, it would have been nice if the Pelicans would have won the Spurs game, because just think, if they just would have won that game, they would be in the 6th seed. The Pelicans would be in the 6th seed. You know, and it really stinks, because if they would have just at least gotten one of these home games, even with these losses to the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Out of the 7 games, y'all couldn't get one of those home games.
Yeah.
Just one, along with getting the stellar winning streak on the road. You know what I'm saying? All they needed was just one. But golly, man. I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm gonna say this, Big Q DC. I don't know what version of the Pelicans collectively we're gonna get. You know, but if the Pelicans want to keep their postseason alive, they better come with it and lose that home loser mentality that Larry Nance just stated.
TJ too. I didn't like his interview either. It sounded all ho hum nonchalant as well.
Yeah, I didn't like his either. But thank you for mentioning that. But yeah, it's like, hey man, like, do y'all want to be in the postseason or not? Because the thing is, it's not something that's going to be given to you. You have to earn that jump. You have to play your butt off for 4 quarters. That's what you have. You got to show up. Not just show up, but you got to show out. Show up and show out. We don't just want your body there. Willie, we don't just want your body there. Bring your mind and everything and start using the weapons and coach smarter. Come on. Step it up, guys. Like what are you doing? Because the thing is, the desire's not showing. Stop having the compassion. Take off the come and just have the passion. Just have that part. Like, the thing is like, man, this is sad. 7 games in a row. Like, because right now you're proving on why you shouldn't have gotten that extension. You didn't earn that. You're not earning it right now.
That's the part, Lex, that's really interesting. The Pelicans, man, you make a lot of great points. It takes off a lot of steam and pressure for Willie to kind of step up and do some.
It ain't helping.
It's not.
The pressure's taking off, but really, hey, you know what brings out the best in you? When the pressure is on you.
Yeah, but that's the point. The point is, this extension should have been held until right around this time frame.
Because the thing is, there is a chance that the Pelican, look, a 49 and 34 season, 49 and 34 winning season, win percentage has gone up. But guess what? You don't make the playoffs.
Nope.
What?
They're gonna hang their head on
purpose in performing in the regular season, and you still don't make the playoffs. Okay, because if you ask me, that's a false sense of success. Is that a successful season? Because I know it's about perception.
Yes, and that's what they're gonna spend. That's how they're gonna spend it. The octopus is gonna spend it in a way where we had more wins in the second season, which means we're on the upswing. And every year we've won more games than the previous year, and people gonna fall for it. They fall for it every year. Of course, not the smart in the flock here, but a lot of people fall for the same junk every year. The Pelicans, man, this is the thing that's really, really serious. That's why I was like, we talked about this the last stream. is the fact that there's something severely wrong with the Pelicans psychologically, family,
Yeah.
at home. And I'm telling you,
top to
it's-
bottom, from
it's
top to
top
bottom.
because you can't even use urgency with a playoff berth on the line to
It don't
propel
mean
them to
nothing.
play better. Right.
Not
Some,
everybody has it, Big Q. Not everybody has it.
you know, the last time,
It can't just be one or two people.
no, it can't be because right. It's not one or two people. You're right. It's a lot of people playing with that malaise. But the last time the Pelicans won at home was against Milwaukee in late March the 28th. They beat them
And
by 7.
they weren't even playing well, but they
And-
in the playoffs though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They are now currently the Pelicans are on a 6-game home losing streak. 6 games, and it's a DC played with the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde analogy, but this describes this team totally. On the road, they're fierce. At home, they're not. And this is the double nature of the team that we currently have. They're comfortable right now in terms of at home. And like if the biggest thing that I can tell you, if you're a team that's suffering from something like this, is that we have to play for a playoff berth. It's in front of us. We win and we're in. That didn't work in the last game of the season. It didn't work tonight. And we anticipate the Pelicans to then turn around and say, hey, listen, we got this matchup against what appears going to be the Kings right now. The Kings they got a little lead on Golden State right now, 91-75, but there's still a full quarter play left. Can they beat either one of these teams at home to earn a berth into the play? I mean, I agree with you on that, having the confidence to pick the Pelicans moving forward. At home, they are stank.
Yeah. We don't know what version we're gonna get.
And we know the version we're gonna get.
Some players show up, and then some players don't show up, and it's like, dag, y'all. I mean, real.
You get Mr. Hyde at home. Dr. Jekyll is the dude that tab shit, right? And Mr. Hyde is the guy that pays his taxes. He's the one that paid the mortgage and everything. That's who you get at home. They're Mr. Hyde at home and Dr. Jekyll on the road. They have been showing us who they are for the last several weeks or so. They stink at home, especially over the back end of the season when all of these games meant something. I was saying it, the 4-game losing streak, man. We knew it was tough teams like Boston and Phoenix and Orlando. And then the San Antonio loss, man, let me tell you something. Those games, losing those games at home, you can let them have the Boston or even be the Phoenix or even say this is stylistic matchup against Orlando, but you wouldn't lose to San Antonio. When they did that, I was like, man, something
They did absolutely nothing with that win. Absolutely nothing. That win didn't do anything, help them get into the play-in, the playoffs, or anything. So the thing is, the Pelicans need that win, man. They needed the win.
Oh,
but
man.
I thought about that Spurs game during the Warriors game. I was like, man, the Pelicans really needed that win. You know what I'm saying? And since then, it's like, golly, man, they really needed that win. They needed that win.
The Spurs, you're right. The Spurs, that was
not just the Spurs game. It's been so many games though.
I know, but that Spurs game,
you had that Thunder game where they had that epic collapse after leading the whole time.
Right.
There was a lot, but that's the most recent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that really, like, because on that homestand, they should have got that, man. They should have got that. It's just like any under 500 team. Any under 500 team, you gotta win those games. You gotta win the games that you're supposed to win. Now, teams like Boston, yeah, that's tough. That's tough, especially when you bring in back Dyson Daniels back from injury, playing in that game, and he has zero confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta win the games you're supposed to win. That was a game that the Pelicans were supposed to win, just like they did with Portland. You know, I mean, it like, and really, I'm glad we got against the Bucks. I'm glad we got that one, but it's like we needed another one, man. Y'all couldn't get like 7 games.
Man,
7 games, man. Y'all couldn't get one of those games at home. One. Think about that.
I know that's
It was one more.
right. That's what I'm thinking about too, Lex. Like, okay, the Lakers, the last 2 games against the Lakers, the final regular season matchup, and then the play-in game. The Lakers shot them out the building again. They had some help by the referees tonight, no doubt about it. But we didn't need, a perfect game to beat them. You had Zion scoring the bulk of the points. We just needed another compliment to Zion Williamson, another guy to put up 15 plus points to help. And it wasn't there. It's like Zion you had a bunch of role players, guys were doing what the bench stepped in and gave 30 something points off the bench, but the stars wasn't present. We know BI just came back in the second game, he a bit rusty, but CJ McCollum has been shooting the lights out. He was noticeably absent in this game. We needed him to step up in the playing game.
What's his pay grade? Because I know we
30,
mentioned
he
when
makes 30
guys
plus
don't show
million.
up.
He makes 30 plus million a year. CJ McCollum
I
does.
know BI's coming off injury. How much he make?
That's another 30 million, man. But see, this is the thing. This 15, is the thing. Though.
18, 20, just something, man. Just something. I don't know.
This is the thing that's interesting, DC, and I want you to chime in on it as well. When we talk about paying, having a CJ McCollum, he's here for this moment in time, bro. He's here for this, for his experience, his shooting is supposed to come alive in this play-in game to get us to the last game of the season, but really epic stakes in this game to get us in at the seed. But I don't know what this team is doing, man. I'm coming to the realization that they're lost at home. And could they, and then the last 2 games were desperation games. One, both of them were the same intensity, playoff energy intensity to get them there. And they couldn't do it. They, for whatever reason, one guy trying to will them in and nobody else is complimenting them in the way they're supposed to help them get to the next step. I'm really concerned about this 6 straight losing streak at home. And you getting all these games at home that you're supposed to win to get in there. You lose to the Lakers in the regular season finale, fine. But you're not supposed to lose to them in the play-in. Not after seeing them a couple of days ago. You're supposed to know what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to have your ducks in a row. So, I mean, we got these 2 teams in right now, and that's 91 to 74 right now, Sacramento League. So, all I can say is I don't know what's going to happen with this team, man. This team is totally if they're not on the road, if they're not on the road, they ain't shit. I mean, that's just put it. I'm just going to be honest with you. If they're not on the road, they ain't nothing. Zion explodes and he does all this fantastic stuff. 40 points by Zion Williamson.
I mean, shooting jumpers and everything. Hey, man, no complaints about his game. Zion had the complete package. Assisting, jumpers, getting to the line, attacking, being aggressive, defense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like energy, because he was fueling a lot of that energy, man. I mean, had everybody.
Yeah, that's the big problem, though. That's what I see. Hearing Larry Nance say that, I've just been sitting here thinking, man, and CJ McCullough interview and so many interviews about Willie. We've all made references to it. Lex, you went on your grand tour talking about when you want somebody to get mad and throw some chairs and get into fights.
Mm-hmm.
We're missing, just like everybody has that
laid back.
We call him a crazy guy, you could kind of say Jose in a sense, but like he's not really that crazy. I'm just somebody who really take it far, man.
You got a tech DC getting in D'Angelo Russell face today, so he did his little part.
Yeah, but Jose, no offense, because I like Jose, but Jose is like almost a lot of people look at him like a chihuahua. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talking about an actual crazy guy that puts some a little fear into people. Like somebody who, when they hacking Zion, coach, put me in. and he go out there and
know
get one of the plays on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Play like you out there playing for something, man. Like your manhood on the line. Like it's too much of just complacency and contentness with. It's like, I guess I don't know if they think sometimes, like, well, we'll get them tomorrow, or I still got my house. CJ McCullough's famous words: "I get paid like an all-star.
You
Doesn't
know
matter
what?
if I'm an all-star."
And that's why I continue to call him a politician, because he has the mentality of a politician. And just to let everybody know, a politician does not mean that you're a leader. Let me repeat that. A politician does not mean that you are a leader. That means you're a politician. Okay? And if you don't believe me, hey, when COVID hit, okay, and the country was looking for leadership, look how many politicians went and hid under a rock. Go on, DC. For real.
You're absolutely correct, man. And
Yeah.
you would think you could look to your head coach for that, and I do think, contrary to what a lot of people may think, I do see some dog in Willie, but we still got the
what?
There you go, trolling again.
Hold up now. I'm not finished, man. I'm not finished.
Go ahead, DC. Trolling.
Pourquoi?
But Willie is basically the dog he has in him would be considered to like Gandhi. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's in the opposite direction of like how many times I could keep getting my ass kicked and giving some credit. Stop what?
Cocoa bread take, DC.
No. Did you say Gandhi?
He got the turn the other cheek, though.
No.
I mean, what Willie did tonight in his interview would basically be our version of our coach banging the table and getting angry by him just admitting that we didn't have a good whistle.
My dog DC with the plantain pudding commentary.
Oh my gosh, he on that hopium.
Man, I'm not on no hopium. What am I saying? I'm not.
DC,
I'm saying the dog that Willie got ain't that shit ain't helping.
DC, you eating
exactly. But
DC is eating plantain pudding with white sugar in it.
That's not dog.
Hey, come on, Lexxah. It is admirable how many times we done got our ass whooped, and that man get up there and still just giving credit.
You know what?
I was wondering when we was gonna run out of credit to give.
Nothing's
It's
getting
infinite
on me. But
we have infinite credit to hand around. There's some strength in that. That shit ain't working in our favor, but there is some strength in that. But all that aside, though,
DC with the
we missing. What you talking about the plantain pudding? You want some plantain pudding? Go buy some, nigga. All that aside,
plantain pudding take by DC with he putting white sugar in his plantain pudding. Go ahead,
man.
DC.
All that aside, you see how I went and what Tasha was calling me?
Damage control.
What was the other? No, the other one.
That's nothing greater than damage control. But go ahead, brother.
Damn, how is this damage control?
I'm just saying, brother. That's what it sounds like.
How does this sound like damage control? I say what we need, we don't have, man. We need a very super aggressive player, a coach, somebody in the organization, man, that gets pissed off and fed up with this and is willing to push to make extreme changes if that ain't enough. Because we seen Zion now. Look at that block, man. That boy went out there, laid it all on the line for that block, man. And basically sacrificed his whole body, man.
Yes,
he fighting.
Fell on the
we know we're
ground.
gonna get that effort from Herb. You're gonna get that type of effort from CJ. You're not always gonna get that same thing from everybody, because everybody ain't like that.
And look,
we still missing.
And then he got it to Jose.
Look at that. Knock that down, man.
That's what happens.
They stole all the momentum right now. But if we would have just had, in my opinion, somebody else this season that just had some tenacity, just some ugliness about them, that's willing when we're getting slighted and done dirty to really get out there and fight back and maybe not fight so clean all the time. You know, the gloves are always off with us, and we got to keep the gloves on all the time. That
Who
shit
is?
ain't working.
But who is the player, man? We ain't talking about next
They
year.
don't even have to be they don't have to be somebody that scored 20 points a game, Q. Those guys know who that is in that locker room. You might not know who those people are on some teams in the NBA. Sometimes you look at them and you can see like a dude like Anthony Edwards. You know, you just come across to me as somebody who like enough is enough at a certain point, man. And you just flip a switch. You know, like when you get mad and you play with that anger, you use that, or you go out there and you channel your anger and you put that passion into winning a game, man. We would have won at least 6 or 7 more games this year with just that type of mindset around these guys that could be able to rub off on them, man. Because sometimes it's like I think they get dejected. They're doing things the right way. Calls ain't going their way. They get slighted and they get into this, well, it is what it is type of mentality sometimes.
But I'm saying, how do you shake them out of this malaise, though, DC? That's what I'm talking about. What you saying about having a dog on the team? The closest thing we had to that was when Najee Marshall gripped the neck of Jimmy Butler after he grabbed on him. So I don't. And Najee hasn't been dealing with a shoulder issue.
Very much needed in this game.
Yeah, oh yeah. So
we could have used his grit, his grind. You know what I'm saying? Just his aggression. We really could have used him. Cause I mean, we just needed. If we weren't getting it from CJ or BI or just anybody, he would have been another guy to really, keep pressure on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's what he does bring, but I don't know, man. I mean,
Najee ain't a bad example, but I'm talking about somebody even a little more aggressive than him.
Well, who you got?
Somebody, I want somebody when CJ get up there and they, that whole hum shit, man. I hope they go behind the scenes and be willing to fight after that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you. It's we just gotta go out when shots weren't falling. After certain games, like I wouldn't expect somebody to go off the handle every night, but it's like I know you gotta say the right thing, but it's just you look in their face and it's just like you don't even care. Zion get up there, man. Zion look like he be fighting back, cussing people out or breaking something at some points.
It's really something.
He be upset that we losing, man. I need guys to be upset that we're losing.
Yeah. He wants to win. I mean, and
it is not okay. It's not acceptable. I don't care that we're not getting the whistle. I'm sick of this shit. If we're not getting the whistle, then I'm gonna make it known, find me, whatever. Oh man, look, you turn on ESPN. Can you believe what this Pelicans player said? We need some of that. You need somebody who's just not gonna take it, man.
Once again, DC, I'm gonna ask you to give me the plantain pudding take of the day. Who's the player that
I can't give you that. You're gonna have to get somebody else for that bullshit.
Okay.
Can you rephrase your question?
All right.
I got somebody.
Chicken curry comment of the night about whether or not
I'm fasting right now. I ain't eating nothing. So can you do without the food analogies, please? Thank you.
Yes. Okay. My bad, DC. I didn't realize I was doing that. But listen,
there you go.
I was asking about who's the person that you're referring to. Who's on? Don't tell me something about we need to get the guy. I'm talking about we need somebody right damn now who's on the team. Who are you referring to? Or what player are you referring to that is that person?
Marcus. I wouldn't mind having him.
Having who?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Lexxah ain't no.
I wouldn't mind having DeMarcus Cousins, but I don't think he's exactly the guy.
I mean, I'm just saying,
again, Q, it's not a thing where like you might not always be able to identify these guys, man. Like guys on the team, they know who they are. You look at maybe like something to shift the culture a little bit. more similar to what you've seen with a team that way it actually spilled over into something physical like Miami. Miami is a team that they ain't gonna lay down and take it. In my opinion, way less talented than us.
They are, but I'm
because
saying
of how they
But you know
they do
what?
have a
Hey,
great coach too.
that's because of the coach.
exactly.
The
It's
coach
that.
creates the
It's
culture.
hey. That's what it's coming down
Okay.
to, y'all. That's what it's
But,
coming
but,
down
but we
to.
stuck with Willie at this point, man, and
I
I've
know,
accepted that.
but
So it's like,
that's
what
what it's
do we
coming
do to
down to,
fix it
though.
while he here? Because they ain't
You
gonna
know
get rid
what?
of him for at least another
But you
couple of
know what
years.
though? If you think
Let
about it,
let
he
Lex
really
comment on that because that's her expertise. Lex,
But
kind of speak to what these.
listen. Like at post All-Star, after All-Star, that's we had a string with Mose, Jay Black, Don. And one thing that Jay Black and Mose was saying is that, we got what we got right now. And it was at that moment where I kind of changed my thinking. You know what? We can't think about Willie right now. We can't do that. At this point, it's on the players. They're the ones on the court. They're the ones who have to play with violence. Okay? They're the ones that they got to do this. They got to be the ones to do this. So time goes along, and you know what? As much as I want to be like, look, the players got to do this, man, at the end of the day, the coaching does matter. It does matter.
It does.
Like, as much as I wanted to put it on the players and look, y'all got to do this. Y'all got to do this. Y'all got to do this. Guess what, man? Like, this team literally, and it's been confirmed, like, this team is only going to go so far with Willie Green at the helm. And as far as Willie Green can take this team, the furthest he can take us is to mediocrity. The furthest he can take is the highest he can go is a play-in. That's the only way that we've been getting into 3 years. Okay, so he's moved the needle in regular season, but dog, the team is still a play-in team.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? You got guys back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
Zion for 70 some odd games this year.
Yeah, it came down to coaching. It came down to coaching. And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. So I can be clear about this. And I go to the Thunder because let me tell you something. The Thunder were not in the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs last season, y'all. They have the youngest team in the NBA. The youngest team. They don't have, if you want to say they have veterans, okay, dude that was that just came from Charlotte, he's a veteran. You got Shea, he's a veteran. Everybody else though, they've never, this is their first time in the playoffs. You know what the difference is? And let me tell you something. They don't have that that Draymond Green that you talking about, DC. The Thunder don't have that. You know what they do got though? They got a coach. They have a coach, man.
They
Who
do
knows
got a
how to
coach, Lex, but as far as what I'm talking about or referring to the type of guy, you don't always know who that is, and you don't know who, whether they got it or not. The guys in that locker room know. It's things that go on that only they know, that ain't expressed to everybody else. But what you can see is how they play together, how they
Yeah,
handle themselves in times of adversity, whether
yeah.
they fold, and how do
And their
they
composure,
look
Stan.
at things when they lose? Do they hate to lose? Every team that hates to lose has that guy. Every one of them. Or they? Why I'm limited to just one person? They have probably more than one guy like that, obviously, right? Or maybe somebody's a little extreme or willing to go to the furthest lengths to push people. And it can be the coach, you know.
But I've seen, hey man, that dude can coach though. I've been peeping him. I'm like, man, that makes a difference, man. He knows his personnel. He knows his personnel, man. Like, you know, you don't with a young team like that, you don't get to the number 1 seed by just the players alone. That you have a coach in your corner who's coaching his butt off. Winning close games, something that this Pels team has failed to do. Coming from behind and winning games, which is something that this Pels team has failed to do. The Thunder,
Yeah,
they
we
won
ain't lost
close
one
games.
game. We ain't won one game all year. Coming from behind, trailing in the fourth quarter, huh?
Exactly.
Not one game.
There you go.
So if it ain't a blowout, we can't win, basically.
Exactly. We've only
That's
been winning
what,
one
what
game.
that sound like, Lex?
Oh shoot. You inconsistency.
Inconsistency.
Yeah, or consistent. Well, actually,
That's
they've been
that's very
consistent.
consistent.
Yeah, they've been consistent in only winning in one way, and they can't win no other way. The only 2 close games of recent that the Pelicans have had was against the Warriors, maybe the Bucks if you include 7 determined by 7 points as a
Sound
close
like
game.
Dennis Allen.
Huh?
All right, Marley. No, Marley
And,
said sound like Dennis Allen.
and then the Spurs game at the Spurs when the Pels won by 1 point. Those are the only 3 games during the post All-Star that they've won that were close games. And that's probably most in that stretch compared to the whole season.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
only winning one way, man. We're only winning one way. I mean, like I said, a lot of this stuff has not been addressed. That's why I always say, man, y'all got to play with energy. That's what you do have. Outplay the other team to cover up the flaws and everything that you all have downfalls. Because that's it. At this point, it's like we can't make no trades. Obviously, y'all did the secret extension stuff with everybody without telling, the fan base and things. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, you knew that, a lot of people weren't with that. And let me tell you something, you thought that doing that would help Willie. It didn't. He needed that pressure on his butt. And you took it away. You took it away so he could relax. That's the most. That's just. They shouldn't have did that, man. They shouldn't have did that.
Man, they show Willie coaching in the huddle during the game.
I didn't
Now the
even look
players
at
did get back in it, but he did. It wasn't nothing but just motivational speech, man. And
you know what? That wasn't even
nobody said
motivation.
anything after they hear it. Usually, when you hear a coach give a speech, somebody always makes a reference to it. Oh, that's a great speech. They just say nothing.
It wasn't motivation.
It wasn't.
It didn't move me. It didn't move me at all.
It was
Look,
very monotone, man. It was no.
His best motivational speech came 3 years ago. We got to fight. That dude is a one-trick motivational pony. Okay? One-trick motivational pony.
One trick motivational pony.
Yes, you got it. Hey, yeah, y'all got that. That dude, I'm keep saying that dude is a one-trick motivational pony. He don't got nothing else.
Well,
that didn't hit my heart. That didn't hit my soul, my spirit, my mind, my aura, my vibe, my chi. Okay, take your pick. It didn't hit none of that. I'm like,
Well, I must have did something for Zion, though.
No, that was within Zion because Zion wants to win. Plus, I think you had some people saying that LeBron punked him and stuff. He was probably bothered by that. You know what I'm saying?
As you should be.
Yeah. And he came out, and let me tell you something. The punking went the other way because he shut LeBron down in that fourth. Because when he went out,
LeBron went 6 for 20 of the game with 23 points.
Yeah, I know. it just everything that we've been talking about all season with this team, it's still there. All the flaws, all the downfalls, and everything, man. It's just still there. And it's like, we talk about these things and we're like, hey, this is what you need to work on. This is what you need to work on. Do you all hear? I wonder if anybody watches, like anybody from, the team or the organization watches the podcast. Do you all read the comments on social media that fans give you? Like, like the thing is like people who are in tune to the game, they're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Pelicans fans that know the game. You might want to listen to the outside noise, if that's what you want to call it. You might get some wisdom, some ideas like, you know what? Maybe the fans have a point. Maybe we do need to, play JV more. Not do the small ball so much, be more calculated when we do that, when we're doing that type of strategy. Maybe we really do need to look at these rotations. You know what I'm saying? Really understand, like, look, we don't
Maybe
want to
we
do
need to call some set plays.
Yeah. Or maybe we need to get more creative with some plays.
That too.
You know what I'm saying? Putting, the so-called freaking duo, the best freaking duo in the league. Is that what Willie Green said?
Yeah,
Was that what he said?
That's
that's
his
what he
words.
said.
How
That's what
y'all
he
feel about
said.
that now?
I
I was
feel
on
kind of like CJ at the podium.
Yeah. So I don't know when the last time I saw B.I. at the podium. He don't even come. But anyway, hey,
Maybe he pissed off, man. Maybe that's a good thing.
you know what? It ain't showing in his game.
I mean, he only been back. He only been back 2 games. Like coming from, he
No,
definitely stuck tonight.
no, I'm not just talking about. Oh, come on now, DC. No, I'm just saying, like, when you say you playing pissed off, you can see it, right? There's only one. Well, I put 2 guys. There's only 2 guys on this team that have shown me that they, their desire to win. They when they're pissed off, they play like
Herb,
they're pissed off.
Herb always show up, man. When everybody else falling out, he always does. I know the other one is right.
Man.
Yeah, well, I'll push it to 3 because Jose, I mean, he fights
Jose
as
too,
well.
yeah, you right.
But yeah,
What
when
about Najee too? We got some guys. Najee.
well, Najee has his ups and downs, but I was gonna say Zion when Zion plays pissed off,
Zion a no-brainer.
Yeah, so I mean, those are the 3, man. But golly, man, y'all, let me tell you something. And I know we're not the season is not over, because just speaking facts, there's still one more game for right now. It can be more if they win it. But yeah, I don't know about going through this a whole nother season, man. They got to make some changes.
Nah, it's definitely up. It's definitely up, Lex.
Like
And
I'm spent. Like I really love this game, but this is Big Q, man. This got to change, man. There needs to be a change. I mean, it's not even up for debate. There has to be a change. Cause this right here, I really feel like this is like deja vu for next season. I don't know how anybody else feels, but I'm really, really feeling that. Like, how much better can this team get if things just stay the same like this?
And they'll get as good as what they are now. The Pelicans are kind of plateaued here. They need to find another gear. That's what it's about, man. And they kind of stuck in regular season mode right now. They haven't geared up for the playoffs yet.
if I ain't seen Zion doing what he do tonight, man, I'd say I kind of wish we missed the playoffs, man, and just get a draft pick. That's how
Yeah, I mean
disappointing it's been.
that's basically how it feels though, DC. It's like,
But
golly,
what
man,
Zion did tonight, man, you gotta want to see
no.
him
But the
keep
thing
going and
is,
just
it's
see where
like,
that goes.
but I love what Zion did tonight. Zion was phenomenal. He stepped up to the plate. He answered the call. Like, you look, and the fact that Shaq said what he said, and Zion ended this game with 40 points. Shaq specifically said, "I need another 20 from him."
And a win.
He
Yeah,
Yes.
said
and
that's
a
what
win.
he said that's what the elite do.
Yes. And you
Elite.
know what? Zion showed that he has the ability to be elite. That's what he showed. I know we didn't get the W. But the fact that he said, "Yeah, I need another 20." Yeah, Zion gave you another 20.
You know what, Lex? That's true, man. Right now, the Kings on their way to a victory over Golden State. They're beating them 116-90.
Spanking them.
Of course they are, Q.
So Sacramento's the next club. The great news about Sacramento is the Pelicans defeated Sacramento 5 times this year. They're 5-0 against Sacramento. Could they get
And the bad news about Sacramento is the Pelicans have defeated the Sacramento Kings 5 times.
exactly almost as much?
Can we do it again?
It was my thing when we talked about when we beat them 4 in a row. We talked about like in the going back to the last time we beat them 135-123. I was like, man, at some point, you asking the Pelicans to beat a team that they done dominated this entire regular season. They beat them 5. They're 5-0 in the regular season. Issue is that's a problem because they're gonna play with a serious attitude. That's number one, like you're supposed to in the plan because you want to make the playoffs. And number two, for me, is we're at home on a 6-game home streak. So can the Pelicans can they ratchet up that energy to meet the Kings and beat them for a 6th time in the season? Could they possibly do that?
They can. I mean, the Pels can beat anybody. They can beat anybody. It all depends on what version of the team, not individual player. What version of the team are we gonna get?
That's a question that we don't know. We're not gonna know until after the game is over with. What version of this team we're gonna get? That's how
Yeah.
toxic they are.
I think it's one thing that will determine which version we get. And to me, the last 3 minutes, we saw Zion do what he did. We had CJ set down for a long time during that. He got back out there, and BI continued to sit. What is the mind frame of BI? Is he pissed about that? If he is, does that make him,
Get
I
up.
guess, maybe want to fit more into what the team's currently doing to make it better? Does that make him, when he gets out of there, want to go into BI mode and just take over the game? Like, oh, Zion did this. Now it's my turn to do that. How does that affect him? Is his confidence shot? And he's thinking, man, I'm coming back from injury. Maybe it's best that I play like I played on Team USA and just kind of let everybody do their thing. How is that going to affect the team, man? I think that's the major aspect to which version of the Pels we're going to get. Because at this point, ain't no special sauce, no special strategy. We've beaten the Sacramento Kings 5 times. So what we did the last 5 times is what we're going to do. Why change what ain't broke? So it really comes down to just their mentality. How did they view this loss? Is it deflating to them? Like they like, damn, man, we gave it all we got, and we still lost at home, we just knew we weren't going to lose tonight, or man, we almost got it. We just need to do that one extra thing. How are they viewing this? And I think a lot of that hinges on not only Zion, but now that BI's back, because they look to him as the leader of this team. A lot of that's going to hinge on his mentality going into the Sacramento game, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The only thing that could bail us out for that is a 50, 60-point game from Zion, some type of Herculean effort. If the rest of that's messed up prior to that, I don't know, but I'm going out on a limb, and I'm gonna pick the Pels to win. But man, I'm scared as hell. I got deja vu of the damn Saints Tampa Bay game when the damn tight end who name I don't want to say no more fumbled. Similar situation. The Saints had beat this team twice. They had to beat them a third time. Couldn't get it done. It's very difficult to beat teams in any professional sport. It's repetitively back to back to back. I mean, at some point, man, even the garbage teams are able to get a win on you. But with all the marbles on the table, it's put up a shut up. Pels got to understand that they lose this game. There's no way in hell this team can look remotely the same next year. It has to be a major shakeup if they lose this game.
I think it still should be changed, though. Because, I mean, you can clearly see there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of holes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus, we have to be – the Pels are not proactive enough. They're not proactive. It seems like they're reactive, and they're reactive by like a season or two. Do you see how much the West improved just from last season? Do you all know with this record, the Pels last season would have been third in the West?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all hear what I said?
Yeah.
They would have been third in the West.
Yep.
That just goes to show you have to keep growing. You have to keep making changes. You have to keep improving your roster. You have to do that. Look how much things have changed. And let me tell you something. The Memphis Grizzlies, a depleted Memphis Grizzlies team killed the Pelicans this year. Guess what? They're going to be healthy next season. They're coming back. And let me tell you something. They are going to take someone's spot. Somebody's going to be moving out of, one of these teams that's in right now. Guess what? Memphis is going to be back. And depending on what the Spurs do, because, hey, man, the way Wemby finished his season, golly, they may be missing just a few pieces just to get into a play-in or playoff picture.
Yeah, he need a serious running mate in the Spurs.
Yeah,
the Spurs ready for playoffs.
Exactly. So you see what I'm saying? Like, teams are improving, and the thing is, the Pels are not keeping up. You look, hey, I know a lot of people clown the Lakers. Man, Lakers looking at everybody. But you know what? They are constantly trying to get better. That's one thing you can't knock about the Lakers, man. They are trying to get better. They ain't trying to wait. They're in the win now mentality. And I'd love for the Pelicans to take on that type of mentality. Y'all got to be in the win now mode, man. Hey, look, let me tell you something. I understand the family atmosphere, but if I'm not mistaken, this is a business, right? Are we in the business to be buddy and friends and, oh, that's my brother right there? Or are we in the business of winning?
We're in the business of gathering good human beings, Lex. That's what
okay.
we're
But what do you want?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What y'all want? Do you all want to be in the business of winning?
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, so we need to prioritize winning over the family, because let me tell you something. If the winning is there, the family's going to be there. Let me say that again. If the winning is there, the family's going to be there. Because let me tell you something. Everybody happy when we winning. Right? It's
Right.
good vibes. It's brotherly love. We need to prioritize winning, man, and not so much the family stuff. It's backwards. Nobody's respecting this team with the family crap going on. But you know what the league does respect? They respect, oh man, Pelicans ain't playing, man. Man, them dudes is dogs over there. Man, we got to come with it. We got to put together our best game against them. Man, we can't play around the Pelicans are dangerous.
Well,
That's how we need
I think that happens, Lex. That happens, and
Well,
then we put up a performance like we did against the Lakers
but
on Sunday when that happened.
But hadn't that been the talking point from different big mouth players across the league, like Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler, Draymond Green?
Yeah,
That's,
we gave him crap about it.
yeah, but this is the point where this is where you earn respect. This
Yeah.
is where you're supposed to go. And listen, and I'm gonna say this again, fam. I'm gonna say this again. The Pelicans are still in regular season mode. They haven't switched on to playoff basketball. This is
Q. Hey Q, I hate to inform you of something, brother. I don't know if you know, but the Pelicans don't have another mode. This is it. There will be no new adjustments. There will be no new strategies coming out. Zion pulling out his jump shots was and him rebounding and going a little more recklessly on defense. That's all we got, Q.
Well, let me approach it like this, because Lex said something very intriguing. She talked about Zion Williamson's his performance. He was we had our role players performing well. Our stars outside of Zion didn't come together tonight to bail them out. We didn't have full games from at least another player who making a big money to step up and perform to kind of complement what he was doing. If to get the team to where we needed to be, we talked about, and you touched on it, Lex, DC even touched on it as well. But who's the person? Now I ain't talking about Willie Green, because we know what Willie's stick is. He's going to come out and continue to do what he's been doing. He's going to say what he's been saying, and he's going to behave the way he's been behaving. It might be a slight adjustment here or a slight adjustment there, but nothing dire, nothing flipping the table over. Who's the player on the team that has to wield the Pelicans to win? And I'm talking about guys, verbally speaking. Like, who's the leader that's going to yell at these guys to break them out of the sleepwalk that they got going on here, to make them understand that you've had two chances before this opportunity here to make the playoffs, and you've thrown away. And I go back to one of my favorite words that I always use: you flitted them away. So now with the third opportunity, who is going to be the player that steps up and yells or do whatever to get this team and shake this team out of this sleepwalk? Who's the player?
Trey Murphy.
Murphy.
Zion is already doing it. I think Trey Murphy is the X factor. When I go back and I look at how we got that Clippers win in a similar format, I think we're gonna need him, man. We're gonna need him. We're gonna need some 3-point shooting against Sacramento. Same way we were able to beat them not that long ago, with a lot on the line. Them shots gotta fall. Zion gonna do what he do. But Sacramento is also a team, man. Even when you're playing pretty well, them dudes could score, man. Zion getting a 40 or 50-point game ain't enough. I think they got more scorers to me, or maybe they score in more different ways than the Lakers. But defensively they're not as good. So you got to be able to bring your A game and hit your shots, man. They're gonna have a ton of open shots because they're gonna have to sell out to try to stop Zion. They really have nobody on their roster to be able to do it. And I think it's gonna come down to a guy like Trey, man, having to turn in the 20-point performance or so. I've lost all faith in just believing that'll be CJ. BI is the question mark at this point. You don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look. I've never seen that. Zion was doing what he was doing. Bi didn't. I didn't see him jumping up and down and all of that. Like he just kind of looked out of it and like he really, just somewhere else mentally, like checked out. So to me, that leaves Trey. That leaves you with Jose, guys like Herb, um, guys like Dice. Which Dice, he did his thing defensively. Did Dice even take a shot? You need some offense, man. So I don't know if Najee gets some burn this time. Um, I'm not even gonna mention Hawk and Matt Ryan. They're gonna just keep the shooters on the bench. They're not gonna use shooters.
No,
You have no use for shooters, so we're just not
nope,
gonna use them.
sure don't.
So I say Trey, man. That's he the only pretty much sniper we got. Or he's the only sniper we use.
So Trey, from an emotional standpoint, is the one that has to jolt. Because I'm saying it's
no. If you're talking about emotions, I mean, I guess at this point it's got to be Zion.
Right. So that's
normally
what
I think Bi kind of does his thing in that area, and I think that works a little. But mentally, where is Bi? So it has to be Zion. This is his chance to step up, and he's gonna have to make the leadership leap along with his phenomenal play on the court.
Okay. Thank you, DC. Shout out to the fans.
And with that, I'm out, people. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, we're about to close the stream, DC. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I'm about to close it off myself.
DC, you have a good
Peace out. Go Pels. We getting the wins against Sacramento, man, and it's gonna get better at some point. Hopefully. Yeah, I gotta give you a little hope now. We need some hope. Shit. After all this.
Well, one
Hopefully
love.
it'll be against Sacramento, man. But
one love to you, DC.
If not, be next season, and I'll see y'all at the end of the season wrap up.
All right, DC, appreciate you, brother. Congratulations on the movie once again.
Oh, never mind. Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta do that. Good night.
Also, DC, appreciate you, brother. Thank you
I'm gone. Stop talking about me. Move on to the next subject.
We appreciate you, DC. We
Thank
appreciate
you for playing the guitar and not singing tonight, DC. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. All right. So anyway,
I did sing. You ain't hear me with my Stan Van Gundy voice?
Bro, you can't sing, DC.
Uh-oh.
Just sit back and play the guitar.
You better sing your butt off. Sing your butt off, man. Let me hear it, DC. Come on.
Sacramento's gonna come out there and try and build a fucking wall, and it's not gonna work.
That's not Van Gundy, bro. That's Godfrey the Pelican. That's the little parrot, isn't it? From Aladdin? Is that what that is?
Tell them how they're gonna shoot the sheriff and not the deputy.
Oh man!
Shout out to
Marlon can't stand that voice.
It's annoying as hell, man. It really is.
You know what though? Hey man, he did a good job coaching. You know what I'm saying? Just think
if we had Stan Van Gundy, we would have won one of them damn Lakers games. I guarantee you that.
Yes.
They would have hated his ass, but we would have won one of them damn games.
He'd have yelled at him and gave him a good taste of halitosis and everything. He'd have got through.
They might have needed a little halitosis or something.
I'm saying that'll get moved.
That peppermint church voice Willie got ain't working, dog.
You know what? They were all so calm, cool, and collected, man. Them dudes was too laid back. And hey, I want to say this, man. What is Willie proud of?
His team's performance, that they never gave up.
He said he was proud to. Chicken, this ain't your first time playing.
Lexxah says stuff like
that.
He says stuff like that all the time, though. I mean,
man, that's why he needs to coach on the college circuit. That sounds like he's coaching some kids.
It's not going.
You are not coaching grown men talking like that. We're proud to be here. We're proud to be in this position, to have an opportunity. What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that I just mm.
Don't hurt yourself over that.
I mean, that just
Don't pop a vessel there, Lex.
what is the matter with that man? What is the matter with that man? What is the matter?
Oh
What's the
man.
matter with this team, man?
Oh my goodness. But listen, man, let's get ready to leave, man, and we're gonna get on that. Lex just shows violence on Willie's ass right quick.
Hey man, I'm just listening to these people talk. Not just him. All three of them, CJ, Larry, and
they act like it's the regular season, don't they?
yeah, man, they too laid back.
I know.
Like, do y'all understand the situation?
They don't. Except for Zion and Jose and a few other players. And Herb.
Like, come on, man.
Half the team gets it, another half, like Larry Nance and all those guys, they stuck in the malaise. They are basically sleepwalking. Before we go, fam, we got go ahead, Lex. What you about to say?
Big Q, I'm just concerned about, next season, man. Like, this can't roll over. It can't roll over.
Right. Nah, it's not. I think a lot of stuff gonna pop, but we still have one more game left to play for them to kind of right the ship and get there. And we'll see how it all pops and shakes, man. But Friday's the day, family, for the second matchup. So we got a few days before that happens, where the sixth game of the play-in, the Pelicans and the Kings, tip-off time will be in the Smoothie King Center Friday, 9:30 Eastern time, which will be 8:30 Central time for me. And a bit of news on Zion Williamson from Shams. He's reporting that Pelican star Zion is believed to have suffered a left hamstring injury tonight versus the Lakers. Now, this is from sources that he gathered from The Athletic, that Williamson, 40 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists before having to leave the final minutes of crunch time. Test coming up on Wednesday. So tomorrow we'll know what's going on with Zion Williamson, but they're saying that it could be a left hamstring issue. Now, Will Guillory did report that Zion did leave the building. He didn't have anything on his leg, and he appeared to be fine. But then again, we'll see what the medicals say tomorrow on Wednesday. So this is coming at a very awkward time when we do need Zion's production, and the Pelicans need this. So we'll see what's going on with him. His energy, his gravity, everything, every and anything. So there we go. So anyway, we'll be back on Friday, family, to recap the second play-in matchup as the Pelicans give it one more game. This will be the third opportunity the Pelicans will have to attempt to get into the playoffs. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the word on the street with Zion is, and they'll have to right the ship, stop the 6-game losing streak at home. 6-game home losing streak the Pelicans are currently under. My goodness. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to get out on that. I appreciate y'all staying up late with us, talking some Pels. Y'all hit the like button, man, for us, if you please. Hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, please retweet us as well. And listen, we're going to holler at you on the next one. Much love. Go Pels.
Show us the edge. Yes. The chip on the shoulders, the fight and the passion that comes from within. Whoa. Try to win on every level. Yeah. Expectations high. Gotta show them you can fly. Play harder, better, smarter. Baby, put the league on notice. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Play with the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah. Show me the edge, yeah, yeah. Whoa.
Postgame Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below.